Good morning and welcome to Facebook Live with Ruth Theresa. I'm so excited to be with you today and answering some of your questions as people start joining. I have just gotten back on Tuesday, I think it was late Tuesday night, getting back from 5 days in Mesa, Arizona, and seeing a lot of clients there and doing group readings. And I did 2 house blessings and an office clearing. So a lot of things going on when I was in Mesa, Arizona, and had a great time and had a little bit of downtime, so that was kind of fun too. Got a chance to go to the mall and go shopping, so that was kind of fun. Have several clients out there, and I enjoy my travels out to Mesa, Arizona, and enjoy that aspect of my business. So any questions that you have, I'm going to go through some of the stuff that I did for a body blessing and everything else. I have a client who not only at home but also at work deals with, I'm going to adjust this camera, it's getting on my nerves. So it's one of those, a client out there that deals with a lot of negative energy. She's a young teenager and she's got some issues where she's dealing with a lot of tense energy at home, and then she's also dealing with a lot of energy at her workplace, and then also at school. So she's got a lot going on with her. And so one of the things I often do with clients is I will, this is just a stone. This is a sodalite. It's blue. I'll show you there. Hard to see. It almost looks black, but it's like a navy blue with a little bit of white in it. I'll show it over here so y'all can see what it looks like. And then it's just wrapped in a silver wire, and then it's got a place at the bottom so you can put it on a chain. Stones around us, especially when you put them on with a purpose, and that's the most important thing, is that you have an intention when you put them on, that you're putting them on to clear off energy, to take things away, or to remove negativity from everything else. This is a different sodalite. I'm going to show it on the cameras. So that's really interesting. This is the same sodalite, it's just cut a little bit differently. That one's not a good one. Okay, this one is just a clear quartz with a few other colors in there. Get a good, more focusing on me than it is on the stone. So this is just some things that you can wear around your neck. I often wear necklaces when I'm in and around my clients and that sort of thing. So it really does help pick up energy. And then once you've picked up the energy, you've got to release it. You've got to let it go. Some stones are better than others. This is just a red agate. So I often tell my female clients, this is something that, like, if you don't want to wear a necklace, or you have to wear a necklace that matches your outfit or something like that, you can always do this, and then you can put it in your bra, you can put it in your pocket. You would want it close to your person. You wouldn't want to leave it like just in your purse. If what you're trying to do with your stone, your intention is to magnify abundance, then you would want to put it near your wallet, or the section where you keep your wallet and your thing, or put it in your wallet. But if your intention is protection, then what you want to do is you want to add that somewhere to your person, very, very close to your person. I've got a couple of others. It's not a good one. One of the ones that I would say that, and maybe I didn't bring it in. There's another sodalite. I must like sodalite. One of the ones that I use a lot is an amethyst, and this is an amethyst. Everything else, show it on my recording. This is an amethyst, and this is what it looks like. And here on this one, let's bring it back. So this is an amethyst stone, and amethyst is about clearing energy. So when you put it on around your neck, either on a rope or a chain or whatever it is, sometimes when I give them to people, I'm all out of string. That's the way it was in Mesa, Arizona. I have string on its way, and it should have been here already, but it's not. But what you can do is throw it on a string and tie it around your neck. You could also just put it in your pocket. You would want to keep it somewhere close that you're going to be touching this. You're going to be feeling it with your hands, or being able to put your hands on it. One of those, it will pick up the negative energy. Once you've worn it for a day or two or 3 or something like that, you'll kind of get that idea that your stone really requires being cleansed. And so what I always tell people is just an almost this size container. This is just a, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so this is lead crystal glass, and what you would want to do is you want to put sea salt at the bottom. You would put your stone in there, and then you would recover it with salt over the top and leave it for a day or so. If you cleanse it every night, you can do that too, so then you don't have to worry about it collecting a whole bunch more. You can just keep it cleansed that way, and then every morning you would just take it out of the sea salt and you would rinse it off, and then put it back on, so you wouldn't have to worry about that as much. So I don't know why this office is crazy with my computer. It's one of those, now it keeps saying I want to stay on my page or leave my page. So it's one of those. Hopefully this is getting recorded. If not, I know it's on, will be posted later on today onto my YouTube channel, which is Ruth Theresa, and you can find me there. And then I'll also post it to my Facebook, to my website, which is One Inspiring Woman at Gmail, or oneinspiringwoman.com. I get them all confused all the time. Miss Tanya, if you have any questions, text me or message me, and I will be happy to. The other thing that I use a lot in my business, and these are just lavender beads. I get them from a very organic source. So I use these quite a lot for different things. But I would say what most people don't understand about, and I just lost my live feed. So we see if we can fix this really quick. I know I'm still, this is crazy. I'm kind of getting used to it though. It's kind of is weird fun. It is completely gone. It is absolutely 100% gone. It is not even clearing things up. It says I'm still recording, which is totally crazy. So we'll see where that goes. So that's interesting. I'm always blurry, which is kind of fun. says I'm live now, which is totally weird. I have no idea what's going on, and it won't let me stop it. So I'm going to continue on. It's one of those, hopefully my Facebook people can still see me. It's one of those, so lavender is something that most people use too much of, and then they kind of end up having other issues because they've used so much lavender. I would say usually what happens is they end up using, instead of 1 or 2 lavender buds, which are very, very small, they will end up using so much more than that. And so it just gets crazy with energy, because what they've done is kind of just, like they remove too much energy, and then it will affect them in different ways. So it's one of those that can get really, really, really crazy in that perspective. So I'm continuing to see if I can figure this one out. But lavender buds is something that I use when I'm doing a house cleansing, a house blessing. And so for my teenager, what I did was I said, when you're dealing with a lot of stuff, go into the bathroom, get 1 or 2 lavender buds, and then like crush them in your hand. And you can rub, just as if you're washing your hands with water. It makes it so much easier. I'm gonna have to put my glasses back on. Yes, I have to wear glasses. It's just the way life goes. It's one of those, it's one of those, but most people use way too much lavender. So let's see if I can get back on Facebook. Hi, everybody on Facebook. I so apologize, having some technical issues. We just had a major storm go through, and now the temperature's dropping outside. It was kind of fun, kind of interesting, how much acorns came out of our gutters. It was kind of strange, but we had a couple of people join us last time, so if you have any questions, please post them. I'd be more than happy to answer your questions. We'll go for a few minutes extra on Facebook. So often I tell my clients is that, yes, clearing every day is important. What you need to understand is that, yes, it's important. Yes, it's very, very important. Yet at the same time, you don't want to use too much of something. It gets you too clean, which then you kind of pick up everything else that you that you may not want to have contact with. It's one of those. I do have several clients that have people that are around them, around their world, that maybe like at work, or the kids' soccer games or football games or volleyball games, that spew negative energy at them. And so I've taught them how to keep some of that energy protected. I do that in my class, in Psychic 101 is kind of the basics, and the basics of how to keep yourself cleansed and moving forward. Makes life a little bit easier that way. It's one of those. One of the things I would say is really important for most people is doing things with intention. So even if you don't have a psychic near you to kind of teach you some of these things, I would say what's really, really important is to understand that energy is everywhere. And what you do with intention, God, Jesus, all of the people up there, archangels, all take notice of what you're doing with an intention of, are you intending this necklace or this, item to cleanse or pick up negative energy, and they're going to amplify that for you and help you move that forward. It's one of those, it makes life a little bit easier. It does remove energy. I also teach my students how to wrap energy and how to push energy out of the way, how to make energy balls and all kinds of fun stuff. And so it really can be really fun. People's energy nowadays is much more stressful, I think, than it has been in the past. And I think that has a lot to do with, or what I understand from my angels and guides, is that really comes from the energy on our planet kind of stepping it up over and over and over again. And the people that aren't able to handle that energy are going into stress mode, and they don't understand. It's kind of like the easiest way to put this is in America, if you are in first grade and you didn't really pass first grade, but they said you did and you moved to second grade. And so second grade is going to be a little bit harder, and then you didn't really pass second grade, but you didn't really pass first grade, but here you are going into third grade. That is what I'm talking about, where that child is going to be more stressed out. They're going to be acting out more because they don't understand what the teacher's talking about. They don't understand what's going on. So that's going to make it much more difficult for that student or that child to learn and understand. And then it's also going to be very difficult for them to catch up. I mean, it's one of those, once you've fallen behind a little bit, you could pick that one up. But I would say most of the time, if you've fallen behind a lot, it's going to make it more and more difficult to catch up and to understand what's going on and understand where you need to do things, or where you deficient in, is it math or science or whatever else, and psychically that would be where you deficient. Do you have enough barriers up? Are you able to cleanse your energy when someone contaminates you with their energy? How do you clear out energy? How do you clear out space? I also had a client in Arizona that had some family friends that moved in with her for a while, and it's one of those, that negative energy that this family brought into her was in the walls of her home. And so it's one of those, we had to clear it out. Like, she had cleaned the house, it wasn't that. It's one of those, the energy that this family had left was still there, and it made it very difficult for her to move forward in her life or to have good things come, because this family was jealous. They had lost their home and she was doing great and being able to pay all of her bills, and they were kind of upset about it. So jealous energy is one of the strongest negative energies. Not all of them, but it's one of the stronger ones. And I would say it's one that I deal with a lot with my clients. It's one of those, it happens quite often. It's one of those, it can be anywhere from, I like your new necklace, or I don't like your new shirt, and that person is literally sending negative energy to you as they're saying it. There are people that will say, oh, that's a beautiful shirt, and just think, oh, it's a beautiful shirt, and move on with life. But there are people that will send negative energy, or don't want other people to succeed in life. They want to be the only one that has ever succeeded or ever gotten better or has their own business or whatever it is. And sometimes they will actually push their negative energy. But the thing is, though, a lot of times they're not aware. They're not consciously aware of what they're doing. They just think, oh, it's okay. It's okay to send my negative energy to that person. They're doing great. And then it causes that person to have issues or strife with other people around them. So it's just something to be aware of. We're going to go a couple of minutes extra. I know we have like 2 minutes left on this.